Hi, I'm Lisa Brownlee. Thank you so much for joining me today for this cardio workout brought to you by WIC. Cardio simply means you're gonna get your blood pumping and you're gonna feel great and energized at the end of our workout today. I need you to remain slightly out of breath throughout this entire workout. How should that feel? I have a couple of tips and tricks for you. You shouldn't be able to sing a song, but you should be able to speak a couple of short phrases or short sentences during the workout today. If you feel like you can't catch your breath, take it down a notch, that's fine. If you feel like you're not out of breath at all and you could sing a song, let's ramp it up just a little bit to stay in that good cardiovascular zone. All right, so the equipment we're gonna need today, an open space. We're gonna be doing a lot of movement side to side, so you wanna make sure there's nothing in the way for you to hit, maybe with your arms. You also need some water. It's very important to hydrate. During this workout, I know I'm gonna get a little sweaty and I do hope you are too, so we're gonna need to replenish our body with what we lose during this workout. You're also gonna need a wall at the end of the workout to do just a good calf stretch. Any elevated surface or wall will work well for that. All right, for our entire workout today, I just want you to follow me. Not gonna demonstrate everything ahead of time. Instead, we're gonna stay at one movement for a while we feel that heart rate rise and lower. So let's get started. We're gonna start with some really easy shoulder rolls with bent elbows. We're doing this because I want you to focus on those shoulder blade movement through this and not really focusing on the arms, making this really tired. Those arms can get heavy after a while. Let's switch and do reverse shoulder rolls. We're gonna go ahead and start that breath during this warm-up. So again, we talked about cardio. You're gonna feel out of breath. We need to control that breathing the entire time. So make sure you are breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. All right, we're gonna go to a step tap with a reach across. So I want you to reach one hand to the far side of the wall, extend that toe back behind you, opposite wall. And we're gonna switch, reach and tap. So in this exercise, we are warming up those core muscles, all right? So if we need to keep it lower here, reach less, that's okay. If you're newer on your postpartum journey, it might be a lot to reach and get into that slight lunge all the way across the room, and that's okay. You're still healing, all right? We're all on our own fitness journey, and I want you to feel comfortable and safe in this workout today. There we go, so reaching across. If we need to keep it right here, with that basic reach, that's okay as well. The purpose of this warm-up is to get that heart rate pumping. We wanna get that blood flowing through your body. I want you to feel a little warm after this before we start our routine. All right, so we're gonna take it down a notch again. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Great. So what we're gonna do is make those feet a little wider than hip width apart, toes slightly pointed out. We're gonna go into a slight squat with your hands right above your knees. I want you to dip that left shoulder forward. When you do this, you're gonna feel a good stretch right on the inside of that leg of the left side. All right, dip that shoulder forward. You're also gonna feel a lot of strength through that right hip, and that's great. We're gonna come up and back down into that squat. We're also getting a little bit of rotation through our core and our upper body here, which is really important. Here we go, and last one. Excellent. So now we're gonna take that slight squat again, reach those arms up overhead, deep inhale. Let those ribs pop up, let that belly fill with that breath. As we exhale, bring those arms back down to center, pulling those ribs down, keeping that core nice and strong as we flatten everything to your spine. Let's do two more of those. Slight squat, dipping those hips back, reach overhead, inhale. Squeeze those glutes at the top here to protect that low spine, and exhale. Bring those ribs down, one more, inhale, and exhale. Excellent job. All right, so for our workout today, we're gonna do 30 seconds of each movement. That means I just want you moving. So if we need to just stick with the first movement, 10, 15 seconds, and then walk around, grab a sip of water, In the meantime, until we start the second one, that's okay. If you can work the entire time, that's great as well. Here we go. We're gonna start with some mini squats. Now, I recommend mini squats. Today's workout is not a strength workout, it's a cardio workout. So again, we're going for constant movement the entire time. We have 15 seconds left here. Once we finish these 30 seconds, we're gonna go into a squat hold and we're gonna do some mini side steps across the floor. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's hold. We have 2 steps to the right, 2 steps to the left. Now, if this is slightly uncomfortable to go too wide, I want you to keep those steps real small. Again, it's about those legs burning a little bit, you getting slightly out of breath during this workout. If you feel comfortable, let's take them a little bit wider in these side steps. We have 8 seconds left. Remember that breath. Good, the next exercise, we're just gonna go into a march and rest. Awesome. So, if you've had a C-section, we are not gonna raise those knees very high, right? If you have anything uncomfortable in your core during this movement, keep those knees down nice and low. What we are gonna do is make those feet march wider, toes slightly pointing out, and come back in. When we do that, we feel those hips on the outside really firing to get that hip rotation. All right, we only have 2 seconds left here. We're gonna slow it down, go into a hamstring curl. So step, curl, step, curl. So we're really trying to keep those knees right underneath our hips and get the back sides of our legs to work to get that heel as close as you can to your hips, all right? Take this as you're at your own pace. If you need to pick it up a little bit to get that heart rate back up, let's do that. If not, keep it at my pace. We only have 4 seconds left. And guess what? We're gonna work those shoulders. So I want you to bring your arms by your side, 90 degrees. We're gonna raise them up to a tabletop, all right? We're gonna come back down. So we have 30 seconds right here. Those shoulders are going to really, really appreciate this circuit today. They're gonna be talking to you and you're gonna feel so strong. If we need to, we can add in a little side step, again, to get that heart rate where we need it to be. All right, there's 30 seconds. That went by quick. Let's bring those arms out front. Pull those elbows by your side, keeping those elbows nice and high, pulling those shoulder blades together in the back. Remember what I said about those shoulders really loving this circuit? They should be talking to you right now. That little burn. Again, if we need to, let's add in that side step to get that heart rate back where we need it to be, feeling slightly out of breath this whole time. You only have 2 seconds and those shoulders get a break. Here we go. We're going back to those mini squats. Don't fear, we're just going through this circuit twice. And again, it's your pace. I'm gonna take it down a notch so I can continue to talk to you and breathe this entire workout, which again is the most important part. You have 10 seconds left here. We're gonna go into those double side steps again. 4, 3, 2, feel those legs work. Awesome, all right, hold that squat. Double steps, double steps. Good, if we need to, stand it up tall. Keep those legs moving. I am so proud that you showed up today and that you are giving this your best effort, whatever that might be. You took the time today and you're making the best out of this workout. Guess what? We have 5 seconds. We're gonna go back into our marches. Give those quads a little breather here. All right, march. 30 seconds here. So let's take those toes out wide. Feel those hips working. That core should also be kicking in a little more when you feel those hips kick in. And forward. 15 more seconds. Out. Let's do one more time wide. And narrow. Excellent. In 5 seconds, we're gonna go back to that hamstring curl. Either keep that pace up or bring it down to my level. Here we go. Step, curl. Step, curl. Remember, knees stay right under hips or slightly in front. We don't want to bring anything up in front of us today since we're really trying to focus on that lower body during this movement. All right, 12 seconds left. We're almost there. We get to do a little shoulder circuit after this. 4, 3, excellent job. 2, and 1. All right, here we go. 90 degrees, we have a tabletop. Breathe. If you want to inhale on 1 rep, exhale on the 2nd rep, that's great. If we need to get that heart rate back up again, if it's starting to dip, let's do that side step. At the end of the day, I want you to feel like you got good work in today, little sweaty, little elevated heart rate the whole time, but still feeling good. All right, next up, those pulls. Let's go. Arms up. If we need to, drop them down a little bit. That's okay. Again, movement the entire time today, keeping that heart rate up, keeping slightly out of breath, and getting a little bit of sweat on. Awesome. We always have that side step to add in as well. We have 8 seconds left here, and then we're gonna go ahead and let that heart rate drop back down and rest. Awesome. All right, so 2 options here. Stop moving, but move to go get your water, or stay here with me and do these step taps. We're gonna stay here for a whole minute. So you either have 1 full minute to kind of stand, give me some deep recovery breaths, or if it feels right, keep moving, all right? We have about 30 more seconds here in this recovery time. So let's take a couple more breaths. Feel free to keep those feet moving if that's what feels right. Let's breathe in through that nose. Exhale, blow out the candles. In through that nose. Exhale, blow out the candles. Great, let's get those feet moving. We don't want to stand still for too long because then we'll forget that we're supposed to keep that heart rate up the entire workout. We are going to go next. Bring those feet right under your hips. We're gonna go into a stepping out side lunge. Don't worry, we're not gonna go into a deep side lunge. I want you to get a little balance, a little bit of hip activation, coming back to center. Step out, little balance, little glutes work in there, back to center. 30 seconds right here. After this 30 seconds, we're gonna bring in a little bit of an arm row. We only have 5 seconds left here. Taking this at your own pace. All right, here we go. Reach out, row as we come to center. Reach out, row as we come to center. Really pulling those shoulder blades together, getting that chest nice and open, only stepping out as comfortable as it is for you. It's gonna look different for everyone, so don't compare to what my step might be or anyone else's. We have 8 more seconds here, and we're gonna go back into some side step taps with some straight leg hip movements. All right, I want you to stand on one leg, bring that other leg out to the side straight, and switch. So all we're doing is tapping with that straight leg. Now, this is a really good balance exercise. Again, keep you moving, force that core and that hips to all work together to find that center over that stationary leg, all right? If we need to, keep them small, all right? If you can, reach that leg out as far as is comfortable for you. All right, let's pause. We have 15 seconds of straight leg raises. Now, it does not matter how high you raise this leg. It does not matter if you stand here for the next 5 seconds before we switch. I want you to do what feels comfortable. Let's switch to the other side. Raises, again, you can raise as high as you'd like, or we can stand and hold. Focusing on that breathing, getting that heart rate to come back down to where we need it to be. Excellent. The last minute of this circuit, reach those arms out in front of us. Push those hips back. We're gonna pull those elbows down by our side. Pretend like there's a band coming out of the ceiling up there, and we are pulling that down using our big lat muscles in the back. If we need to, feel free to bring both feet up underneath you. If you only have one leg, we're gonna switch that leg here in 2 seconds. All right, go ahead and switch. Opposite foot forward, arms back out front. Now you might be saying right now, Lisa, this is a long time doing this exercise. And yes, it is, because again, this is cardio. You should be nice and tired at this point. If we need to, bring those arms together, just pull back, pull back, pull back. There it is. If we can, stay in that hinged position. Pull those elbows back by your side. We're using our biggest back muscles right now to produce that cardio effect. Excellent. Okay, let's bring those feet back underneath us. We're gonna go those step out side lunges. So again, not about depth, this is about movement. Consistent movement the entire 30 seconds. After these next 15 seconds, we're gonna add in our row with this movement to get a little more of our body working. 10 more seconds right here. Keep moving, step out, and in. Keep those feet flat on the ground when we're in that outside position. And 1, excellent. All right, ready? Step, reach, and row. Reach, and row. Big, strong back muscles, opening that chest with that row, keeping those ribs down to keep that core nice and tight. Reach, and row. Reach, and row. You only have 10 seconds left here. Deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. We're gonna go those side steps with a straight leg tap after this. Here we go. Balance over that left leg, tap, tap, tap. Excellent. If that heart rate started to drop, you can go ahead and pick up the pace here, that's fine. If you need that heart rate to drop down a little bit more, keep those steps nice and small. You have 12 more seconds here, and then we're gonna go into those straight leg raises out to the side. Deep breaths. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's balance. 15 seconds here. If we can, take it into that slight lift off the ground. Whew, those hips should be burning and feeling so good through this 15 seconds. We have 2 and 1. Whew, wiggle it out. Let's switch. There you go. I am so proud of you. I'm sure you are working as hard as you can, feeling good through this entire workout, and I could not be happier that you've chosen this time to spend here with me. There's 15 seconds. All right, last minute, lat pull downs. Reach those arms up above you, pushing those hips back. Pull those elbows down by your side. The biggest muscles on your back are some of the most important ones to work. They're so good to help us with posture throughout the day. Whatever you're picking up that might be heavy, we want you to do so safely. So not only working on cardio through this movement, working on a little bit of strength as well. Let's switch legs. Deep breaths. Inhale and exhale as you bring those arms by the side. 20 seconds left. This is the hardest part of our workout right here. Pushing through those last 15 seconds, giving me what you can in this moment. I want you to feel so good after this workout and feel so accomplished that you took this time today and got a great sweat on. And rest. Awesome, awesome, awesome job. I am so sweaty right now, and I really hope you are too. Now, I don't want you to just stop. I want you to continue to move around. It's very important to allow our body to do what it does to recover after a workout. So let's grab that sip of water that we've been talking about, all right? Before we do that, inhale and exhale. Control that breathing. I hope you felt slightly out of breath that entire workout, and maybe feel like we can do this again and see how well you do with repetitions of cardio. Grab that sip of water. Excellent. All right. So while we're still standing, pacing those feet around, again, I don't want you to stand still. Go ahead and clasp those hands back behind you. Whatever feels comfortable, it doesn't matter. I just need those arms attached. Gonna go ahead and pull those shoulders back. Open that chest and slightly lift those hands off of your hips. We're gonna breathe here. Very important to breathe, to expand our rib cage, expand our chest, so you really get that good chest stretch in this stretch. All right, inhale and exhale. Every time we exhale, focusing on bringing those ribs down, keeping that core nice and controlled and strong through those exhales. Inhale and exhale. One more here. If you need to, go ahead and drop those arms down. Inhale and exhale. Excellent. All right, that wall we talked about needing earlier, or that slight ledge, we're gonna do a calf stretch up against the wall or having your foot on a ledge. So let's go ahead and put that toe up on the wall wherever feels comfortable. And we are going to go ahead and lean our body towards the wall. This is gonna look different for everyone, but I want you to feel that big stretch through the backside of that lower leg as we stand here. 3 deep breaths, then we will switch. Inhale. 2 more. And last one. Excellent. Let's go ahead and switch to that other side. 3 deep breaths. Inhale. You may notice one calf is a little tighter than the other. This one's definitely tighter on mine, and that's okay. You might need to sit in this hold for a little bit longer on the side that is a little tighter, or just repeat it a second time. 1 more deep breath. Excellent job. Again, thank you all so much for joining me on today's cardio workout. I hope you got a little sweaty just like I did, and I hope you're feeling real good right now, especially that you took the time to do this with me today. Make sure you grab a small snack to re-energize, and I'll see y'all again next time.